Hello, Jess. Now, Jessica, you're a Spice worker. You love IT pros, talk with them every day, and you have a very special job here at SpiceWorks. And what is that?
I do. It is helping all our Spice leaders run the SpiceCorps program, which is IT user group meetups. We have 155 groups in 20 countries worldwide. So
where's the I guess, oddest country, or like the most off-the-wall country that we're at?
Ooh.
Are we in Antarctica?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're thinking about it.
Maybe. That's tough. Maybe I believe we have a SpiceCorps in Israel. Mostly in North America and Europe, though. Nothing in Antarctica yet. We have a few groups in Australia, which is really cool. But yeah, mostly in the U.S. and U.K. right now.
So Antarctica's open, so if you're there, start a SpiceCorps. So
if you're watching.
what do SpiceCorps do? What do they do?
So IT pros meet up in person to talk about really whatever they want. It could be challenges they're facing in their jobs. It could be, projects they're working on. But it's very laid back and casual. They also often hear from sponsors. So a vendor will stop by and give like a 15-minute presentation. They pass out swag. They just talk a little bit about their product or service. But it's usually after hours, so after work on a weekday. And a lot of them happen at like a local restaurant or pub or someone's office. So it's very casual. And it's also just an opportunity to socialize. So especially if you're an IT pro who you're a one-man shop, or you don't really have a team, it's a nice opportunity to get to meet other IT pros near you and just kind of commiserate.
And so the cool thing about SpiceCorps is, like you saying, that there can be sponsors. So what's the sponsor's role in a SpiceCorps? Because probably many of these IT pros who are new to SpiceCorps thinking about it are thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be all controlled by the SpiceCorps, or the sponsor is going to be a boring drab of an event. But we put a spicy spin on that, right? So
absolutely.
What's the sponsor's role in this whole thing?
So the sponsor's role is really just to provide educational content. They're really not there to give a sales pitch, and SpiceWorks works closely with sponsors to make sure that their presentation is really informative and meant to help you guys out. So for example, we've had Scale Computing sponsor in the past. HP is sponsoring a bunch of meetings, and we work with them to make sure that it's a good experience. Also, the Spice leader, the IT pro that's local, that's running the group, they're in charge. So they allow some time for the sponsor, but it's also dedicated to the larger part of the meeting is really dedicated to what discussions the Spice heads want to have.
And do sponsors sometimes pick up the bar tab at the end of the night?
Absolutely, they do.
There you go. So how does a person get involved in, first off, in SpiceCorps? But let's say there's a awesome IT pro out there who wants to be a SpiceCorps leader. How do they get involved in doing that?
Sure. So the first thing to do is check to see if there's already a group in your area. And so the way to do that is you can go to spiceworks.com/SpiceCorps.
I'll put that in the chat below here, guys, for all those, but spiceworks.com/SpiceCorps.
And you can just enter in your zip code, and it'll show the groups nearest to you. Okay. So then you can click on that link, follow the group, get information on when the next meeting is going to be. If you don't see a group that's near you, you can start one. And so there's also information on that page that we just directed you to that has information on starting a group if you should be interested in doing that.
So what about becoming a leader? How do you, so there's the same application form for that as well, or do you just...
You actually just need to express an interest. Again, like we just want to help IT pros meet up as often as they want, so there's no like formal application process. That's a good question. Really, you can just shoot me a note in the community, and I can kind of take you on, or let you know about the first steps. But really, we can just, the community team, Sean and the community team will set up a group for you, and then we give you a bunch of information and resources on how to start getting members in your group. We provide content, so if you're not quite sure what to talk about at your first meeting, we have awesome like slide decks and suggested
That's really
agendas.
Helpful. So like Jess is telling you, we're not going to leave you hanging. Like, we're really going to help you make this as successful as we can.
Yeah, and we can help you find a sponsor as well if you're interested. A lot of groups love having sponsors, so if that's something you want to do, we can set you up with that as well.
So speaking of sponsors, the marketers who are watching, you can sponsor these awesome events. So, contact us at SpiceWorks.
Let me know.